All right, we begin by just breathing deeply. And breathing deeply means breathing with your whole vehicle. That vehicle is your body for this moment. But we want you to perceive yourself not as just a body that breathes with its mouth and its nose, but that a body is capable of calling into it through every pore in the physical body, which again you have millions, every hair on the body, which again you have millions. Every aspect of your physical body is actually a membrane that allows you to inhale energy. So you're inhaling what you know as breath, but you're also aware that what you are also inhaling is energy, prana, universal life force. So as you breathe deeply, we want you to get the sense that you are breathing from your solar plexus, the center between the heart and the navel. And that solar plexus, you're calling from all directions, above, below, beside you, in all 360 degrees of a sphere. You're calling that to your solar plexus, center point, power chakra. And then as you exhale, you're releasing any contraction. You're releasing any sense of survival, any sense of one-upmanship. You're breathing in to become a homogenized being with the universe. And of course, you are still breathing with your lungs and with your mouth and with your nose. But you're literally asking the physical form to become a breath tool. As you say to yourself, I open my physical body. I receive the higher inflections of prana coming to me from the higher realms of consciousness. I let go the lower frequencies that no longer serve me on my journey. So the inhale is inhaling the higher frequencies. The exhale is letting those lower frequencies go out. No need to analyze them. No need to see them, identify them. For the moment, you know you're just inviting in higher frequencies of universal consciousness. And you're letting go all that no longer serves. And as you do this, you begin to feel that how when you breathe the oxygen into your lungs, they fill up and you can feel them filling up. You begin to feel your body filling up with this prana. And literally feel like you're bringing it from the center to the solar plexus. And then it's coming all the way into the whole physical body where you define yourself as individuated. And just for a moment, you begin to perceive the body as if it were a balloon. And this breath, breathing in the higher frequencies of the universe, are filling up that balloon with that higher vibrational prana. And then you're just exhaling old energy, just like your lungs inhale new energy and exhale unused energy. And as you do this now, you allow yourself to begin to say, I open my etheric body. I receive the higher calibrations from my soul so that I may align to the path of knowing that allows me to maximize the consciousness I have gained over many lives through this vehicle that I am in now. Breathing deeply, long and deep breaths. Again, the breath is still coming. Now you begin to perceive you are kind of sitting in a ball of light. A beautiful ball of light. It is a type of supernal light. It doesn't look like sunlight. It's a higher frequency than sunlight. This is your etheric body. It has within it all the memories, all the codes that you need to unlock and open, or to transmute. So this is what we're saying in this affirmation. It is calling in the higher frequency, calibrating the energy body, which feeds all the chakras, all the nadis, all the other parts, to this higher solar consciousness that has the codes that you need to maximize your capacity to carry that light on earth. And you begin to feel as you do these breaths that you can kind of let go of the need to go anywhere or be anywhere or do anything. You just allow yourself to feel yourself as universal energy, not separate from you, but you are it. We want you for a moment now to feel that this ball of light, which is your etheric body, this physical vessel, which is your physical body, it's like a buoy. It's like a buoy out in the ocean that floats. It's half in the ocean and it's half in the air. And it floats because it has a certain quality of energy inside and it's able to stay balanced. So these are what these two breaths are for, to balance the physical and the energy body, to balance the terrestrial body with the universal light that you are. And when you do this now, you allow yourself to breathe into your heart. Again, the physical heart is a replication of an energy heart, the heart chakra. And just for a moment, you breathe into the heart, and we all know, because we're all on the planet at this time, that everybody's heart has been challenged by what is playing out in this world now. And no matter how evolved anyone may feel, the challenge now is to open the heart. And as you do this and accept that challenge, you allow yourself to say, I open my emotional body as I feel balanced in the universal consciousness through my terrestrial life, so that I may feel joy and I may experience peace despite the lower manifestations that I'm living through at this time. Now, when you say that affirmation, you'll begin to realize beyond the emotional body, beyond the physical body, there's another chakra above your heart chakra, which is the transpersonal chakra. You'll begin to feel your chest expanding out of the personal to the transpersonal. This is known as your high heart. And it is this heart that can still feel joy, even if the personal heart chakra is feeling loss, fear, rage, lots of feelings you can have at a personal level. But you realize you have these two systems, a higher system and an earthly system. And this is what this breath is about. This is what the affirmation of the heart. I can feel joy in my heart despite conditions. And as you do this, you can feel that transpersonal chakra above the heart, the one that you see in all the pictures of the masters with light coming out. You can begin to feel how you're being supported spiritually by your own spirit and soul. Now, you might have seen lots of pictures of the great masters. The predominant ones have been Jesus and Mary in Western culture. They have this high heart, but in that glowing light is also a physical heart. And in that glowing light, wrapped around that physical heart, are thorns. So activating your high heart does not mean the physical heart won't experience what's happening here. It just means despite the experience of it, you still bring light to your heart, to your feelings. Everyone in this room at one time or another has been in a monastery or an ashram in some life. And what we want you to do, despite what your mental body thinks this lifetime, we want you to remember when you were in a monastery or an ashram as a human being, surrendering, humbling yourself to this higher path, which has often been projected as something separate from you, but really is you. So we want you to feel that memory within you, no matter where you were, whether it doesn't matter what religion you were. You've all have sat in an ashram or a monastery, almost like a secular being, a cloistered being, because something inside of you wanted to understand your own higher path. And this is what we want you to see in your heart chakra, that part of you. And again, you're not coming to see a higher path in somebody else. You're coming to see it for yourself in you. And recognizing that higher journey for you does allow you to access planes of consciousness. And from those planes of consciousness, you are able to feed your lower aspects of self with memory, with understanding, but most of all, with perfect balance. So this is what we want you to really see in your heart chakra now. Perfect balance. No more stories about what's playing out and who did what and why they did it. No more stories of governments and viruses. Just the story of knowing you want this higher path for you, no matter what the story is in front of you, around you, in you. You activate the desire within your own consciousness to be more than this earthly experience and let it come into you. Now, as you stabilize in this, you allow yourself now to breathe into the mental body. And the mental body is very much like you've seen all the pyramids on the planet where they have a very broad base and they go up, 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 up to the point. The mental body, the lower mental body is just the opposite. You think the mental body has the broad base and it goes up. But really, the broad base is the higher dimensional energy coming down. So we want you to perceive that in your lower mental body, that there's a point in your mind where you think it's the highest point of your mental body, the most achieved point of your mind, the most advanced point of your mind. And we want you to see that as if you were on top of the mountain, you were up at the top of the pyramid, and that's what you believe is the highest. Breathing deeply. But now we want you each to see from that point a tiny speck of light. And for this meditation today, we'd like you to see the color of a beautiful sky blue point of light at the very top of that pyramid that you believe is the highest manifestation of your mind. And we want you to see that that point of light, that blue light, which is like a blue pearl, is being projected to you from your own soul. And that point of light then expands upward and outward, just as if that point of light was the beam of a light bulb and a torch. And all of a sudden you perceive this amazing light blue pyramid where the point is at the highest point of your mind, but it's expanding in all directions upward to higher worlds, higher dimensions, higher codes. And you realize this point of light is being projected to you from your own soul's consciousness, your own evolutionary path. And you allow yourself to feel you rise to that beautiful blue pyramid, which is infinite. As you allow yourself to say, I open my mental body, I activate the higher principles of mind that I have gained over countless lives. I let those principles soothe me and unravel the old thoughts and feelings that keep me in repetitive behaviors. I claim consciousness. You realize that though that blue pyramid is from your soul, that it really is a plane of consciousness that your soul is affording you the opportunity to be with. It's a vibrational code. You begin to see that that pyramid is also being pointed at the earth. And though no matter what anybody thinks on this planet is the most advanced thing is, that there is a light shining on this whole planet now, which is opening and activating higher codes for the evolution of the species, the evolution of the planet, the evolution of the solar system. And you just for a moment become that beautiful sky blue light and let it breathe through every organ in your body, every bit of blood, every fluid in your body, every cell in your body. You drink in the sky blue light. You let the sky blue light calm and wrap around every gland and every organ, not separating it, but allowing yourself to become more that vibration of light. Every cell, the space between the cells is filled with this blue light. The space between the skin and the bones is filled with this blue light. And you're not worried about dissolving because you understand you come from this blue light, that it's you. And just for a moment, you just let yourself be pure blue ray, manifestative, creative energy. We're going to do a harmonic now. See that blue light now coming to your planet, coming to the very core of your planet. See the same thing happening to your planet that you just saw with yourself. See yourself seeing that blue light wrap around every individual idea of nation, of island, of government, of person, that you really are a manifestation of this high blue matrix of creative power. Allow yourselves to see that coming to your earth and understand your vehicles of this service to the earth. And this earth is evolving in consciousness, and this is why you are going through your changes. See that blue light going into NATO and the UN, into all the parliament houses and into the underground temples where people see that blue light going into the chambers where children are held and people are in prison. See that blue light going through every manifestation on this planet with no judgment of what is manifested on this planet, but with absolute full knowing, full faith, full understanding that the frequency of this world is rising. Feel yourself vibrating with that light. Feel yourself being a receptacle of that light and a transmitter simultaneously of that light. Feel yourself letting it come out your feet to the earth and then receiving it from the earth. Circulation of energy, not separation of energy. Circulation of higher frequencies of energy.